The warmer weather that we've been feeling through the course of the afternoon now going to come with a little more humidity as we go overnight tonight. With an increase in those dew points, they're going to send us toward a humid feel overnight and into tomorrow. 85 degrees is where we are. Dew points in the low 60s. That is simply put a measure of how much moisture is in the atmosphere, and that's going to be climbing, fueling that storm chance that will really begin to increase by tomorrow afternoon. So if you want that hour-by-hour breakdown, one of the best tools on that free WTOL 11 weather app, we're going to stay very warm tonight. Look at this. Lows in the 70s overnight, right around 70 for the overnight low, so it will be warm first thing out the door tomorrow morning with a very humid feel. Here's where the active storms are now. They're bubbling up south and west of us, northern Kentucky, southwestern Ohio, down towards Cincinnati and Dayton. Much of this storm activity is going to be fading away as it drifts toward us tonight, so a few isolated showers, maybe all that remains tonight into early tomorrow morning. But that risk into the afternoon will at least feature a lower risk of a few isolated strong to severe storms. Going to put that risk at a level 1 out of 5, about the lowest risk we have, but gusty winds and a few downpours that will be possible across the Buckeye State and up into southern Michigan. We do have dry weather tonight. If it's the baseball games or that evening walk after dinner, we're going to be in fine shape with dry weather through sundown. We're right around the low to mid 80s. You feel the heat and the humidity levels that are just beginning to edge up. Some areas near the lakeshore, a little bit cooler. Sandusky, Port Clinton, out toward Marblehead, right around the low to mid 70s for a few areas right up to the lakeshore. Rest of the night tonight, we have dry conditions outside of a few isolated showers that drift into the area. Here's the clock set to 8 a.m. And if it's out the door to summer camp, we're going to be in good shape first thing tomorrow morning. But shower and storm chances, they are going to increase as we get after lunchtime. Could be as early as 1 to 2 p.m. far west of Toledo. More likely about 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. is going to be the window of storms that roll into the area. There's a clock at 3 p.m. and some of those storms will have some downpours and gusty winds, especially along and west of I-75 closer to 3 p.m. Between 3 and 5, those lines of storms are going to begin to move through the Toledo metro and to the east. And by 7 p.m., there's a clock. Those storms are going to be racing off to the east and should be out of the area by 8 p.m. on Wednesday, just as a cold front arrives, sending the humidity levels back toward more reasonable levels into Thursday. Storms will be more likely 3 to 8 p.m. Not expecting widespread severe weather, but a couple storms could have some gusty winds and downpours. And these storms, they're the type of storms that will get your attention with the downpours and some of the gusty winds. How much rain to expect? Most areas, 1/4 to 1/2 inch of total rainfall, but where we get some slower moving downpours, there's an indication the potential could be up to an inch of total rainfall. For tonight, very warm and humid. Lows going to hold close to 70 degrees for their overnight low. And highs on Wednesday back to the mid-80s. Scattered storm chances will become likely through Wednesday afternoon and into the evening. We do dip back into the 70s for Thursday. A few light rain showers with some peaks of sun Thursday. Low 70s on Friday. A couple additional rain showers. That's not anything that's going to spoil outdoor plans. And then mainly dry weather Saturday into Sunday. Both weekend days looking like mid-70s Saturday and Sunday, and early next week. Upper 70s Monday to Tuesday, and then back into the lower 80s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to round out that 10-day forecast, getting us back a little bit closer to average, which is right around the lower 80s as we go into the middle of June.
I feel like the last couple of years we see this because you start getting all excited about pool season and everybody getting out there summertime, and all of a sudden their temperatures drop
There's
a
a
little bit.
day or two that reminds you still might need the windbreakers or jackets or at least the rain gear, and I think that's going to be Thursday into Friday, especially by Friday. Highs in the lower 70s into June. It's fairly unusual, so it'll be a cooler day, but it never really lasts all that long, does it?
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Chris.